back again with another day. Today's Friday, last day of the trading week. And what do we really see here? So, going on to the daily time frame, just doing like a top-down analysis. Yesterday, we tapped into this order block and then formed this huge rejection wick at, well, I don't know the time, but price ended up not really displacing through and instead ended up closing above this range. And today's price action is sort of just in this range as well. But since we did reject off that, I do believe the drop would be bullish, just because of this. On the 4 hour time frame, you have a bunch of bullish PD rays on the 4 hour, which price is respecting. We are in equilibrium of this high time frame range as well as of this lower time frame range. This is all indicating pretty much bullish signals for me. We go down to the lower time frame. We are below midnight open as well as 8:30 a.m. open, which again seems that we're pretty oversold. Um, so I do believe again the draw would be bullish today, possibly up to again to the previous day high. Standard deviation projections show that previous day high is a decent projection, of course, but how we're gonna get there is again quite unsure. We could end up sweeping sell side, possibly pushing back up to another higher time frame range. But if we go even lower, we see here that price already is forming some sort of market structure shift. Right here, we do a market structure shift, but it looks like price is still wanting to go down, possibly to manipulate the lows, then push up. On ES, we have a bunch of equal highs right here, which is also Asia high and London high, pretty much stacked together, which gives us even more confirmation that price would want to go up. But we're not going to take any trades pre-market, as it's just not in my rules. So what do I think price could do? Price could end up possibly sweeping this liquidity down here. Then maybe, let's see, maybe even push down to this low back into this 1 hour FVG, which we could end up marking out here. Tap pretty much the CE of this 1 hour FVG. To then possibly continue going upwards, but I'm not entirely sure. So we're just gonna have to wait until market opens in a few minutes and end up seeing what could happen. We could end up even going down to previous day lows. And below this, I still have this daily order block CE, which could end up being a target if we want to push down lower. 10 a.m. we do have news. We do have news at around 10 a.m. Some red folder news, prelim, consumer stuff like this doesn't really affect the market price action too much, from just judging by what I see. Anyways, we don't have any SMTs formed either. So we could either see ES come up here and sweep this to create an SMT, and NQ not pushing up, possibly just pushing the lows here, creating another SMT at this low to then push up. Or if we want to just dump at market open, that also could be the case. So we really don't know. I will update you guys in a little bit. So hello everybody. So market did just open, and it looks like price did in fact push all the way to these session highs, as well as the equal highs have been swept right here on ES. So what does this mean? We could form a pretty big SMT here, but I doubt price would not sweep this on NQ as well, seeing as these are relatively equal highs. Not exactly as they are in ES, which was quite clear, but on NQ they are, relative. But what do we see here? At market open, we ended up going down and sweeping this low, not necessarily forming that market structure shift or respecting the fair value gap, but this low was still respected, and it looks like we could have technically taken a trade, but it's good that we didn't, as my stop would have probably been under that low right there. Anyways, we ended up sweeping some liquidity right here. Just these short-term highs. What else do we see? Price is still trying its best to push its way up. We could have an SMT here on the lower time frame, just between these highs and such, since ES is pushing its way higher. But again, ES is still inside of this pretty big bearish PD array right there, so there's always that case where we could possibly not sweep those highs and end up pushing our way down towards sell side, which could be possible. Not entirely sure, but it is plausible. We could end up making our way towards another market structure shift on the higher time frame, which could be these two candles on the 15-minute, to then possibly create a imbalance to then push our way up towards those highs and such. But again, I'm not entirely sure. Once I do have a trade idea, I will update you guys on it. The higher time frame looks pretty clean to take some sort of trade, but the 3 minutes slowly making its way up from a little retracement. So yeah, I will see you guys, buddy. So we're back. This is kind of my trade idea for the day. We ended up pushing up, making this market structure shift on the 15-minute, and closing with this fair value gap on the 5-minute, the 3-minute, and the 2-minute, and the 1-minute. Pretty much every single minute we have this fair value gap, and we did not create any sort of bearish SMT through deviated assets, but previous day high has not been taken either, so the objective is still clear. With this fair value gap in mind, it looks like price could end up going and retracing to this level. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is that price could end up maybe sweeping us out on this low right here, just through volatility, as well as the 10 a.m. Hour possibly coming through. But I believe our objective still is pretty clear as previous day high. Not entirely sure if we could get this entry, but this is my trade idea for the day. Pretty much right at this FVG, just 6 contracts on a micro. Standard deviation projections indicate that if this is our drawn liquidity, just through the higher time frame bias as well. Through yesterday, we tapped that order block and such. So yeah, I'll update you guys if I get the trade. If I don't, I'll keep you in check. Okay, bye-bye. I'm back. Okay, so I was taking a shit in the bathroom, so I wasn't looking at chart, but we actually ended up not sweeping previous day high yet, which is actually quite good news, meaning our entry idea is still made plausible. If I just want to go over, if we did sweep previous day high, I would have wanted to wait until 10 a.m. probably to see where we close throughout the chart itself. There are no PD arrays, which makes it a bit tricky. I was kind of making the example of like if we swept previous day highs and we closed inside of some sort of PD array, price had already taken out buy stops and buy side liquidity, meaning that price would want to search out for sell side. So we could have swapped our bias in that instance to bearish. But if we do get a tap here on our entry, I do believe that price will continue its way towards previous day high to end up sweeping. But of course, who knows if we will get tapped. We could get edged, we could not get tapped. That's just how price works sometimes. But ES is also going its way down to possibly tap into this fair value gap on the 5 minute. So, you know, who knows entirely if price will reach our target or if price will not reach our target and possibly just stay in this fair value gap. We do not know, but I will update you guys when I get failed, if I get failed, and what price possibly wants to do. The way I'm looking at price action nowadays is way different than I was before. I was looking at a lot of P rays, a lot of different kind of what do you call it? Just different orders and entries and such like that. But we're going to stay confident in our draw and in our entry, and I will update you guys in a second. Okay, so as you can see here, we are tapped in to our trade. Now, this does seem a bit risky. Risque. So honestly, I think I'm gonna move my stop just a tad bit lower. Even though if price does reach this low, um, we probably lost already. But who knows? You know, in the end, price does what price wants. So, okay, and I guess my fill. Oops. My fill was right there. Making this a 1 to 2.6 of the sort. We're going to have faith in the trade, though, guys. I will update you guys if this hits, if this fails. But yeah, 28-point stop loss. 75 points, but it does seem like a pretty high draw on liquidity. Pretty high confluence. So I will update if this hits or if this doesn't. Thank you. In a minute, it is 10:34. What do we see here? So on the 5 minute, we suffered some heavy drawdown right here, which made me actually put my stop all the way down here to this. I don't know if it's not an intermediate low, but it's just another low, and it's not the low of the day. It's more towards the open. But anyways, you know, we got some pushback up, but I did mark out the 10 a.m. candle, and it looks like here, something that we usually see a lot is a tap right of this 10 a.m. candle, which, if we go to the lower time frames, is a bearish fair value gap, which is not entirely too sure. So this is making me doubt my my original trade model entry just a tad bit, but I did reduce my stop loss just to this high right or this low right here, just to reduce my risk overall. As if we do go below this, then there's really no reason to hold the trade anymore. We are an EQ of this low time frame leg, this 5 minute leg of the bearish PD ray towards the bearish but entry. Anyways, so I lowered down in time frames, and I see this 2 minute FVG that we created after we made this market structure shift. So if we do tap into this, I'll be okay with that. But if price does inverse this for value gap, then I do believe I'm gonna exit the trade. Probably go break even on the day. But yeah, just these 10 a.m. candle levels really are a bit tricky, as a lot of the times they do indicate reversal pattern and such. But it's okay. I mean, price likes to tap into levels and then possibly break it down or disrespect the level just because of the higher time frame confluence. But of course, since we're already at all-time highs, we could end up just having a consolidation period to then just drop back down. But who really knows? We're gonna just hold the trade. I'll update you guys if we inverse this gap and if I close the trade or not, or if we ended up pushing back up bullish. It's really tricky with this 10 a.m. Key level right here. So, well, I mean, we could see maybe on the recording if this does get a tap. This is a 2 minute as well as a 1 minute fair value gap. Oh, and we do see a tap right there. Looks like we're going a bit lower. Let's see if we do end up disrespecting it or respecting this gap on the 2 minute. Just a minute left to see what have to end up watching this trade play out live. Well, not live for you guys, but live for me on the recording. Okay, so it looks like we're getting some displacement back up, some movement back up, which is quite nice. Tapping into that 5-minute FEG again. 40 seconds left. After we do end up tapping through this fair value gap, price should not, technically speaking, push down again. Looks like we're getting some nice displacement back up, which is quite nice. 20 seconds left. Let's see how this candle closes. Looks like we are pushing back bullish, which is nice. 10 seconds left. 9 seconds. So we filled that fair value gap. Looks like we are pushing our way back up. 3 seconds left. And okay, so we did close. This gives us some nice confluence to see if we are going to keep going back up. The 5-minute closes in 2 minutes. I will update you guys to see what happens with this trade. If it hits, if it doesn't, it is what it is. Price is offering just some consolidation in this range, to be honest. Who knows? I'll let you guys know. Bye bye. Hey, what's up, everybody? So we are back, and holy, holy, holy. Do I know why this happens? No, I can't even tell you guys why this happened. My paper chain account can't even render that my stop loss was hit, bro. That's crazy. It can't even render that that there's that this was hit, bro. This is crazy, guys. So I don't know why this happened. Checking the news. There's no news that explains why this why Price wanted to do this, bro. And my stop loss can't even update, bro. Was there nobody willing to like buy down here? That's kind of capped though. Like there's no way. I mean, it's still unrealized, so. Is this just such a quick move that nobody can fill me? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe my entire account is just gone. Just like that. But yeah, guys. Literally sheesh. I have no idea. No idea. I cannot even tell you guys why this happened. Um well, good thing this is a paper trading account. Who's hammering outside? But yeah, no, I genuinely don't understand like what's going on. Previous day low has just been swept. 4 hour. Boom, just dump. Just a straight dump. I'm gonna look this up. Does that mean everything is lost? Maybe. Um, okay, well, there it is. It just got updated. Just crazy volatility. I mean, hey, that's why you put a stop loss, guys, boys and girls. Very, very, very crazy. I did honestly think price would at least sweep previous day high. Looked like it was going to, everybody. So we respected that FVG, pushed our way up, and then yeah, just a crazy, crazy dump. Um, insane, just an insane dump. But that's the last day of the week, you guys. Pretty big SMT here, which could have been a factor. Could have been a big factor in why price did what it did. But yeah, I don't know if this was news or not. Not even sure. But we ended up sweeping Asia high, Asia low, fluctuated. Decent model setup, just didn't go through. So, hey, we lost at a minimum today. Sad thing is, if I was on an Apex account, my drawdown would be kind of messed up at the moment. But I'd still be pretty high in um in profits. I would have passed my account already with 1500, but yeah. So that's it for the day, guys. Crazy dump, just mighty, mighty insane. Crazy. Yeah, just insane. But yeah, thank you everybody. Hope you guys have a great day and be safe.